Welcome back to today's show. It's episode 39, and we are doing something a little bit differently today. I'm going to share with you the best of the best. We're going to do a podcast roundup. Often I get asked, what are some of the top podcast episodes on your show? And so today we're going to knock out the top 5 episodes of the Her Best Self podcast. And we're going to celebrate something really fun, exciting, and that I'm over the moon to share. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get started.
Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsey, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in the destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self.
Hey sis, welcome back to the Her Best Self podcast. If I sound a little bit different today, I am just going to start with the fact that I am running on fumes. I have been away on a business experience, and while Atlanta, Georgia was extremely fun and a lot warmer than Virginia, I flew back last night to make my 5-year-old his birthday. My son turned 5 yesterday, and I feel like it has literally been 5 months, not 5 years. And it's so funny how time day by day can just feel so freaking long. But when you look back, it's just like years fly. And so my baby turned 5. I wanted to make sure I was here on his birthday. And so I got in last night, and it was just a bunch of airport debacle. And I am actually truly exhausted. However, I wanted to keep my commitment to you because I love you, I see you, and you are here for a purpose. And it's so much bigger than controlling your weight, controlling your food intake, restricting, purging, binging, and all of the things. So girl, today we're going to do something a little bit differently. I am going to share with you the best of the best on the Her Best Self podcast. And I want you to go back and listen to these episodes if you haven't had the opportunity to do so. Because sister, you deserve a life with freedom. You deserve a life where you can go on a road trip or you can travel and you're not constantly consumed about food. You're not constantly consumed about controlling your body, and you're not consumed about what other people are going to think of you, as well as being stuck in these unhealthy patterns and behaviors. So we're going to start with the top episode. The top episode is actually the welcome episode. So this episode, I share all about my personal journey and my struggle with anorexia. I share some of the hard things. I share about how I was brought into the diet space, being a professional figure skater for majority of my life. And so if you haven't heard that story yet, I truly encourage you to go back because everything I talk about comes from my experience. And of course, my education and learning, but my experience. And my own struggle with anorexia and finding freedom from that, you're going to find in the first episode and the welcome. Now, the true, I feel like, episode that has the largest hits, downloads, is the episode after the welcome. Because I know when everyone comes into the podcast space, they want to hear who they're listening to. And so maybe you've already listened to my story. I want you to jump to episode 2, which is disordered eating versus an eating disorder. I'm not surprised that this literally is one of the top episodes because many people say that they haven't had an eating disorder or that they're not disordered. They just eat healthy. They just eat clean. They just practice keto. They just limit their carbs. And this episode is going to break down, is there a difference between disordered eating versus an eating disorder? And I believe that there truly is a difference. So while there are some characteristics, disordered eating, think of it as a descriptive, And when you think about an eating disorder, truly think about that as being a diagnosis. But I want you to go back to episode 2 if you haven't listened to that one, because you're going to like it. Okay, next on the list is episode 16, embracing the suck of recovery and breaking the chains of disordered eating for good. This one is pretty self-explanatory, you guys. This one I poured into. I mean, I was passionate in this episode, and I talk about the truth. Eating disorder recovery is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It is the hardest thing, and yet I've been on the other side of the hardest thing. And so I want you to know you can do that too. Go back to episode 16 and listen to that show today, friend. Okay, next is episode 4. Peace with food and what to eat when you don't know what to eat. I'm going to do another one on this. I'm going to make it a little bit different because I get asked constantly, Lindsey, what do I eat when I don't know? I love this show because this episode breaks down for you a very simple practice and principle that I leverage in my private practice with personalized coaching clients. And that is the 5x5 rule. If you want to learn more about my 5x5 rule, go back to episode 4, Peace with Food. If you don't feel like you have energy to meal plan, but you do want to learn how to eat normally and what does that even look like, and you're tired of thinking about food, friend, go back to episode 4 and you're going to like this one. I do feel like this will set the stage for an upcoming episode that I'm recording for you guys, but I just can't wait for you to hear episode 4 if you haven't already. Next up is episode 8, the number one reason you're stuck in unhealthy habits with food and how to break free. This one is about black and white thinking. Sister friend, because we are perfectionists majority of the time, a lot of eating disorder characteristics, it's like you're either a failure or on top of the world. And we all pretty much have a lot of thoughts that are either this or that. It's black or white, all or nothing. This episode, if you resonated with what I just said, friend, you need to go back and listen to episode 8 because recovery is gray. And this one is really going to break that down for you. And then I'm going to give you a bonus one because I know I've already shared 5. But episode 3, 3 ways to love your body even when you don't yet. You're really going to want to dive in there. I did notice that a lot of downloads listened to that episode. You don't have peace because you are basing your truth, your sense of self-worth, on hard-coded perceptions that are simply false. My entire personalized coaching experience and working with ladies on intuitive eating principles that are going to change your life, these proven scientific principles of holistic healing, behaviors, modifications, thought patterns, all of that is linked to we are moving you from a place of a false sense of self to a truth. If you want to learn your truth and you want to lean into your truth, I encourage you to go back to episode 3. Okay, girl, I promised you something special at the end of the show. I just want to give you a shout out. I want to take a moment. I want to lean into you. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my flipping heart because you've blessed me. In only 39 episodes, we are going to hit 10K downloads. Ladies, my mind is blown. When I first started this show, it was I felt like God had put on my heart, how can you reach more women, Lindsey, outside of your current landscape and outside of social media? And it was on my heart to spread my story to the world because this isn't talked about enough. And in fact, when I went out to go find a podcast on disordered eating, on eating disorders, there were basically none. And so I felt we need to step up. Lindsey, this is your turn to step up. You've done this. You've lived it. You can show these women there's a better way. And so today we are probably majority, 99.9% going to hit 10K because of how we project here in the company, our downloads. But I'm just so excited that with episode 39, we are going to rock it out. 10,000 downloads. And if that's not cool enough, across 85 countries in the world. landing us as to one of the top 5% podcast global. Like, my mind is blown. Won't he do it? He will. And I'm just here to tell you that that is not a testament to what I have brought here, but that's a testament to what you guys need. And I am committed, even after an exhausting trip and my voice is crackling and cracking, I'm committed to you, friend. So I want you to know I'm here, I see you, and I just want you to go back. I want you to listen to some episodes today that will encourage your heart. And I cannot wait to talk to you again on Monday, where we're gonna drop a brand new topic. Sweet sister, I hope you have the most amazing day. And I want you to know that you deserve it. You absolutely deserve a life free from the scale, from your eating behaviors that are no longer serving you, and from control. I see you, and I will talk to you soon. Until next time, bye for now.
Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.